Hey everybody, welcome back to Vedic Sage. I'm Dr. Dhaliwal, and today we're going to be talking about the herbal energetics, or the energies and qualities behind herbs using the Ayurvedic philosophy or theory. Ayurveda takes into account many different attributes of an herb, but we're going to focus on the four main attributes being rasa, virya, vipak, and prabha. So rasa is the taste element and qualities of an herb. And from an Ayurvedic perspective and Ayurvedic philosophy, each taste is made up of certain elements. The five major elements being ether, air, fire, water, and earth. And different combinations of these elements are perceived on the tongue as different tastes. The six different tastes being sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent are therefore due to the different combination of the five major elements. The next major attribute of an herb is the virya, or the thermal energetics of an herb, whether it being heating or cooling. And we'll talk about this in greater detail, how it affects the agni, or the digestive fire within the gastrointestinal tract. Likewise, how will it affect the peripheral tissue of the body? Will it increase or decrease metabolism of the peripheral tissue? Next major quality is vipak, which is the post-digestive effect of an herb and its influence after having mixed with the digestive fire, or the gastric secretion, along with the intestines. What flavor or taste does that herb have, whether it be sweet, sour, or pungent, and therefore, based upon those qualities, will have an effect on the peripheral tissue. And the last major quality is called prabha, which works at the cellular level, and it's a quality or an attribute of the herb that's independent of both rasa, virya, and vipak. So once again, rasa is perceived on the tongue, and depending on which combination of elements, ether, air, fire, water, and earth, creates the perception of taste, of the six different tastes: sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent. And these tastes that are perceived on the tongue have a direct influence on the three doshas, vata, pitta, or kapha. For example, sweet taste is thought to decrease vata, decrease pitta, yet increase kapha. In the same manner, sour taste is thought to, again, decrease vata, yet increase both pitta and kapha. So that's just an example of how rasa, or taste, has a direct influence on the three doshas, vata, pitta, and kapha. For example, if you have a known dosha imbalance, for example, if pitta was aggravated and it's leading to a pitta inflammatory condition, you can think of a sweet herb, or an herb that has a sweet taste, to help pacify pitta by bringing that level of pitta, or the fire element of pitta, down. So that's how the taste of an herb can influence a dosha and either promote it or stimulate it, or pacify it in order to get a doshic balance. Once again, the second main quality of an herb is the virya, or the thermal energetics of an herb. So the two main classifications of virya is heating or cooling, the hot or cold herb. Heating herbs have the fire element, and these are pungent, salty, and sour foods or herbs that have the fire element that promote heat. So once again, it will stimulate that digestive fire known as agni. Likewise, it will improve or stimulate the peripheral metabolism, or overall metabolism of the body. In the same manner, it's thought to promote circulation, or cardiac circulation, due to the qualities of fire in this heating type of virya contained within the herb. So due to this fire element and heating capacity of the herb, certain conditions such as congestion or excessive phlegm, for example with kapha type individuals or kapha type conditions, will benefit from a heating type of herb. On the other hand, cooling herbs such as bitter, astringent, and sweet type of herbs will have a negative effect, or decrease that digestive fire of agni, as well as decreasing peripheral metabolism. Due to the cooling nature of these herbs, bitter, astringent, and sweet herbs, due to this cooling nature, this would be beneficial for pitta conditions or pitta inflammatory conditions, and you would want to use this cautiously, making sure not to suppress that digestive fire excessively. The third major attribute of an herb is the post-digestive effect of the herb, known as vipak. And there's three main classifications being sweet, sour, and pungent vipak. The attributes of a sweet vipak, or post-digestive effect, is thought to be nourishing, moistening, and even act as a mild laxative. And this is thought to be beneficial for pitta aggravated conditions or pitta inflammatory conditions, in which the cooling nature will help to pacify or suppress that heating element of pitta. Herbs that have a sour vipak or post-digestive flavor are thought to stimulate digestion, promote liver function, and even help stabilize the central nervous system. Due to the heating aspect of sour vipok, this would generally aggravate pitta conditions, yet pacify vata conditions. And lastly, herbs that have a pungent vipok or pungent post-digestive effect are thought to be drying, constipating, and even promote gas formation. Overall, this is thought to aggravate vata conditions and pacify kapha conditions. So this was just a brief overview to look at the energetics and attributes of how herbs work from an Ayurvedic philosophy and Ayurvedic theory, ultimately looking to see how the herbs affect the doshas, vata, pitta, and kapha, as well as the agni, the digestive fire through the thermal actions, and how does the post-digestive effect influence the tissues, even at the cellular level. So we'll talk about this all in greater detail, but until next time, take good care.